Good morning. How's everybody doing today, this blessed day? Uh, I tell you, I'm on my way to go pick up an old friend I haven't seen in a while. Good friend Loki. I think I'm gonna hang out with him today. Just feeling blessed today, you know what I'm saying? I hope everybody's in the same blessed state. Just want to be on here shortly. Trying to see if we can get some other folks on here. I was looking at the situation that we're going through right now with this coronavirus and everything like that, and I'm hearing all the different things about it, you know, but to be honest with you, I've always been taught when I was young, you know, about being clean and everything like that. And like I said, I understand that the virus and everything like that, but some of it does with hygiene and stuff like that, you know. And as a kid, my mother always taught us to wash our hands, you know what I'm saying? Things that you don't do. Things like what some people do, they blow their nose at the table when you're eating, you know what I'm saying? That right there, nasty. That's right there, crazy, you know what I'm saying? Don't wash your hands out, you come out to the bathroom, you know, and that's the thing that I've always been taught, you know what I'm saying, as far as with all that, you know, cleanliness, you know what I'm saying, cleanliness next to godliness, you know what I'm saying, and I guess that's just a habit I've always had, you know, I'm constantly cleaning behind myself, cleaning up. It's just a habit. But I see some people, they don't care. They sneeze in their hands. They don't wash them. They go to the bathroom. You know, I go into a bathroom that's, you know, at the park or something like that. Before I walk out, I'm grabbing some tissue and grabbing the door handle. These are just habits I have. You know what I'm saying? And I thank God that my mother and my grandmother and my family, they've always taught me to have these different habits, you know what I'm saying? And that's the thing about it. Like I said, you know, don't get me wrong. I feel for the people that, you know, you're coming down with this virus and everything like that. And I pray for you, you know, but maybe now some people will get the understanding of being a little more cleanly, you know, clean, you know, or doing things that should be done. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was taught as a kid, you know, the things about washing my hands, you know what I'm saying, and cover my hands when I cough and stuff like that, you know, cover my face and everything like that when I sneeze. I've been taught these as a kid, you know what I'm saying? And that's the thing about it, you know what I'm saying? You got to take and look at your home training, you know what I'm saying? With some of the people, like I said, I feel sorry for you going through this and everything like that. But like I said, some people, they do not take care of themselves the way they're supposed to take care of themselves. And they don't care about that, you know what I'm saying? Not knowing that, you know, you let these germs off, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you know, it's like I tell my lady, I'm sitting at a table, you know what I'm saying? I can't be at no table with somebody blowing their nose at the table as I'm having a meal. That's the nastiest thing on earth. But some people do that, you know what I'm saying? So you want to know why all these different germs and stuff come around? It's because people do not, I don't know, they don't have manners, or they just don't give a damn, or what it is, you know what I'm saying? But that's my take on the coronavirus, you know what I'm saying? You know, you be clean, take care of yourself, and wash your hands and everything like that. Now you got everybody in an uproar, freaking out, you know what I'm saying? You should have been freaking out when you was a little kid, when your mom was telling you to go in there and, you know, wash your hands and, you know, don't mess with that nasty ass shit. You know, I don't know, you know? Like I said, I don't know. I ain't putting no blame on anybody, but I'm just saying some of these things that's going on with they're telling you right now they're telling you on the news, oh, wash your hands, do this. I was taught that I was taught that stuff as a kid. Now all of a sudden the government's telling you what you're supposed to do as far as hygienically to be safe. You know, come on now. You know what I'm saying? But you know, that's the thing, you know. So like I said, I wish people the best. You know, I wish you to have a blessed day and all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't wish no bad on nobody or no harm to anybody. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to get off the coronavirus, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, some of this stuff you should have learned as a kid as far as being able to take care of yourself. Unfortunately, you know, because of this, you know, outbreak and epidemic and everything, the On the Rise continues is going to be put off to another date. I'm going to get another date for everybody that, you know, the artists that actually got involved with it and wanted to perform at it. Don't worry, we're going to have this event still. We just got to reschedule it because of this epidemic that's out there, you know what I'm saying? And that's the thing about it, you know what I'm saying? We're going to continue. Also, the magazine, I'm still going to basically release that the same day. The mixtape, I'm still looking at the same release date, so that will be available and everything like that. But as far as the event, you know, that we was going to have, it's going to be canceled and set back on another date, you know what I'm saying? We're possibly looking at June or July, you know what I'm saying? We're looking at that, you know what I'm saying? So don't worry, the rise still continues, you know what I'm saying? That's one thing about it, you know. Like I said, I gotta say, hey, you know, ain't got nothing to stop my grind, you know what I'm saying? What's going on, Dallas? Now what? What's up, brother? Bruce, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? The thing about it, like I said, everything's still riding. It's just, like I said, a temporary setback, you know what I'm saying? But one thing I want to tell everybody is, you know, do something good today. Today is Sunday. If you got another opportunity to go out there and, you know, accomplish something in life, that's what you do. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing that I look at, that I do on a day-to-day basis. I try to figure out how to accomplish something to, you know, get me going still. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing about it. Because you're never promised tomorrow. You're never promised anything. So one thing about it, you know, go out there and press forward to do and accomplish something. You know, that's what I do. And don't get me wrong, I don't wake up all the time and I'm just all chippy, positive and everything. Believe me, everybody has their downfalls, their setbacks, as I do. But the thing about it, I'm going to look at more ways to try to find myself to come out of that slump. Some people, you let that slump just absorb you and basically just tear you down. That's one thing you can't do, people. Let me explain something to you, brother. You know, sisters, you know, I have been in situations where, you know, I was like, man, will it ever end? You know, I've been down to the lowest low, you know, and I mean, incredible lows. But the thing about it is the association you have in your life, it's very important. The people you have around you in your circle is the most important thing. And believe me, I've had some people I thought was in my circle and was on my side and in my circle, you know, and I'm not here to speak up on nobody that I'm going to tell you this person this person that, this person this, you know, because like I said, that's here, you know, it ain't even here. You know what I'm saying? But there's some people that you might have in your group or in your tagline or in your life that might not be that person that you really think they are. You know what I'm saying? And believe me, you know, even the best of us get fooled sometime by some people. You know what I'm saying? I've been fooled many times. You know, I might be some dumb, but I'm not plumb dumb. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, people, you know, if you want to press forward, you got to find something that's going to put you in a position to where you got to know your circle. Know your circle, man. Because understand one thing about your circle. In your circle, everybody is out for something. Okay? Everybody is out for something. Okay? But the thing is like, everybody that's out for something ain't always out for you or anything that you're on. They might assume or pretend to be that way, but hey, sometimes they're not that way. And like I said, how do you tell? There's no way to tell. It will end up coming into the light. You know, as they said, everything comes to light sooner or later. You know what I'm saying? What's in the dark will come to the light. And fortunately, you know, sometimes, like I said, you might be at your darkest moments when you finally see the light. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing about it. You know what I'm saying? And that's right, Dallas. Champions rise. See, one thing about it, champions to the utmost rise. That's one thing. Like I said, I ain't here to brag, but I'm going to tell you right now, I've been down to the lowest of my lowest, where my life started with $200. You know what I'm saying? And I had 2 kids, $200, living in a hotel, and basically to where I had to survive. And the reason why I had to come up was because I had 2 young men that I had to basically show that grind and show them how you can come up. You know what I'm saying? I look at it this way. I'm blessed because I look at my son, just basically graduated the police academy. You know, my son that just graduated the police academy, he started out with me when I had that $200, living in a hotel room and basically walking, didn't have a vehicle or nothing like that. I'm from Ohio, you know what I'm saying? And I was in California, and my life started with $200 and 2 kids, you know what I'm saying? And fortunately, both my sons, my oldest, Junior, and Leangelo, and like all my kids, I mean, they just, I mean, it's a blessing to see your children just prosper in life. And the thing about it, believe it, you know what I'm saying? They watch everything the parents do. Children watch everything their parents do. And so I feel fortunate that they watched my struggle and they watched my growth to the point where now my son graduated the police academy and he's on to his next venture. You know, like I said, what more can I say? That he started out with, as he is 4 years old, you know what I'm saying? And that's the thing about it, you know. And see, some people, you don't look at all these blessings that come in your life, and them are the things that should drive you to stay positive the way that's why I stay positive, because I watch my children. You know, my oldest daughter, she graduated from Pepperdine with a master's in child psychology, you know what I'm saying? And now she's basically in Chicago overseeing she's an administrative person overseeing the business she's in, you know what I'm saying, where she has people under her that she watches. You know, my other daughter, you know, graduated, she was, you know, at Arizona, you know what I'm saying. Right now, what she does, she helps young people get into college and everything like that, you know, where she's at. Then, you know, my oldest son, you know what I'm saying, he's a locksmith, you know what I'm saying, and he's doing very well. My other son, he's in the police force, you know what I'm saying? Then my son, Brandon, you know what I'm saying? He basically has his own business, you know what I'm saying? Where he basically does things for people in the entertainment business, artists and stuff like that, as far as movies and everything, like not movies, but like videos and stuff like that through Instagram and everything. And then, you know, he also works. Then my son, Jaden, vice president of my company. You know, I mean, like, the one thing about it, like I said, your past doesn't determine anything but what you let it determine. I won't let my past determine anything in my life or anything in my kids' life. You understand? I'm going to press my kids to be best at anything they do. Whatever they decide they want to do, I'm going to encourage them to be the best at it. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it, one thing about it, if you show them how to be, they'll follow footsteps. And that's the thing about it. They'll follow your footsteps. And that's what they see their dad do all the time. Hustle, 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 hustle. Grind, grind, grind. And guess what? That's what they do. And, you know, like I said, I thank God for the blessings that my kids are doing right now. You know what I'm saying? Because they handling business. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing about it. You know, I go to sleep with peace in my heart because guess what? I know my kids are doing what they got to do and they're surviving. They're taking care of business. And that's what you got to instill in anybody. And like I said, it's not just your children. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I work with kids on an after-school program where I teach them radio and broadcasting, 4th, 5th, and 6th graders. I want to take this to another level where, you know, I get an opportunity. You know, if the Lord blesses me with that opportunity to have a little place where I can have a building to where I can bring 4th, 5th, 6th graders or any type of children and just teach them something. You know what I'm saying? Teach them, you know what I'm saying? Teach them and mold them. See, that's one thing about it. You know, I'm fortunate that, you know, when I was young, I actually, like I said, after I got out of the service and everything like that, I actually got into a business, was saying Austin Diversified Products I was a door-to-door salesperson. I did door-to-door sales, and fortunately, the gentleman that was basically the president and vice president, they seen something in me, and they basically molded me, you know what I'm saying? I knocked on doors, then I became a trainer. So I've been training people all my life. I was the official trainer for Austin Diversified Products. A lot of salespeople that are out there on them doors to this day, or even in any other business, have been taken to the doors by me. You know what I'm saying? I taught them how to go to doors and talk to Mrs. Jones. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing that sales that gave me the opportunity to do what I want. I've been in sales most of my life, you know what I'm saying? I did door-to-door for 18 years. I was a trainer, a motivator, graduate of Dale Carnegie, motivational speaking. And, I sold cars for 7 years. I'm a licensed real estate salesman, worked for Keller Williams. I sold car insurance. I mean, I've just done so many different things. And the thing about it, I never let anything hold me back. And like I said, the training came from, like I said in the beginning, when I got into door-to-door business, and they taught me the art of thinking. You know what I'm saying? Believe me, it's not easy to think positive all the time. It is not. Because, there be some crazy stuff that, come to your head. You know what I'm saying? You be like, man, you got me straight up. But the thing about it, people, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, for everybody is, you just got to keep on going after what you want, your goals, And the thing about it, you got to set your goals. You got to have a short range, a mid-range, and a long range. See, some people set their goals to where they want to get the big old pot and goal all at one time. It ain't going to happen like that. You got to have a short-range goal in your life. Short-range goal is the first thing. So what you do is, like with me, what I do, I take and I look, okay, this is what I want to accomplish within a month. Then I'll have to take it up to a 3-month, then a 6-month, then a year. So you got to basically set your goals in that type of a manner. You got to have a short range, a mid-range, and a long-range goal. And that's what I do. I set goals for myself. Like I said, I would never known to where I'm at right now with what I do, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, for me to have my own internet radio station is a blessing in all, you know what I'm saying? And that's one thing about it. I look at it, hey, what's up, Mr. Neiman? How you doing, brother? Hey, blessings, you know what I'm saying? Conrad, long time, but like I said, that's what I do. I just stay positive, you know what I'm saying? And like, sometimes, like I said, I'm trying to get into, doing more talking and speaking. As a matter of fact, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm finishing my book and everything like that, because I'm also writing a book, you know what I'm saying? And my book, you know what I'm saying, the title of it is The Unchained Blessing. And that's what it is. Sometimes, like I said, you don't know the blessings that you have in your life until you unchain your mind to receive them blessings. And that's what I had to do. I had to unlock my mind, you know what I'm saying? And if I didn't unlock my mind to receive the blessing, I would have never got them. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, don't get me wrong. Hey, the struggle is real. The struggle is real, people. But the thing about it, the more you put the blessing in front, the better you are. You know what I'm saying? So what I do, I choose to put my blessing out in the front of me to make me go and keep going. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've been through a lot. I'll be the first one to tell you, man, anything is possible. Like I said, anything is possible in your life if you go after it. So one thing about it, sometimes you got to look at it. It's not the downfalls, it's the upswing that you got to look at more. Because if I looked at my downfalls, man, I'd be looking at all them damn crazy damn times I did on the, never mind. I look at that when I was in a level 4 yard, you know what I'm saying? I'd be looking at that. But I ain't got time to look at that pass, you know what I'm saying? That pass, man, that level 4 yard, it ain't no joke, people. It ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you know what? I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you what changed my life. You know what I'm saying? Whether some of you will understand or not. You know what changed my life, man? What changed my life and made me really decide to get my life together is, put it this way. That 22-year-old son that I have that's now with the police department. Let me explain something to you. His mother brought him to me when I was getting ready to catch the chain up to the state. And my son, that's right now, is a police officer. When I was catching that chain, he was tapping on that glass to touch me. And I couldn't touch my son. And that crushed me. That's when I said, you know what? I got to stop this goddamn craziness. Because the thing about it, there was somebody else being affected by my stupidness. You know, who was being affected was my other children. But he was the one that was like, he was probably like 1 year old, 1 year, 2 years old. And he was touching on that glass to try to touch me when I was getting ready to catch that chain, when I was catching that chain upstate. And that's when I was like, man, I got to get this right. So I'm going to tell you right now, that's what made me get it right, was all my blessings that I had in my life that I was neglecting, and that was my children. You know what I'm saying? But now, like I said, I've always been straight up with my kids, always been straight up with them about me, my life, and the way I used to be, to the point where now, like I said, they're being blessed. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, and that's true, Aaron. You know, got to keep that prize, keep it on the mind, keep the focus. Keep the focus. And believe me, sometimes that channel wants to switch on you. You be like, man, that channel wants to switch and make you lose focus. But you know, sometimes what I do, I take a look at what I got now and where I'm at now, and I was like, man, I still got to keep my focus. I got to keep my focus. And one thing that's important is, you know, the circle you have, the people that, you know, are always there supporting you no matter what. They don't judge you from anything from the past. They just look at you for who you are. And that's the thing about it. Them are the people that really matters, is the ones that don't judge. Because so many a times people judge people. That's the bad thing about people. People judge people. Every day somebody is judging you or judging you. It's just like you walk. If I put it this way, I've been in the corporate America world my whole life. I've wore shirts and ties every day I woke up and went to work. But the way I dress now, people would judge me as some thug, some gangster, some run-of-the-mill street thug, you know what I'm saying? Just because of the way I dress and the way I am, you know what I'm saying? I'm just real. I'm real. I don't, you know, you fake the funk, your nose will grow. You be like Pinocchio. So that's what I don't do. I'm not going to fake life. I can't fake my life, you know, okay? I can't fake who I am. I can't walk out my house dressed as somebody I'm not. When it's time for me to be me, I'm going to be me. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I put a shirt and tie on, sit down at a corporate table and talk with somebody in corporate America just as well as I talk with somebody on the block. That's one thing about it. You know what I'm saying? That's what, you know, that's the worst. Them are the most dangerous people that understand the real and the real. And what I mean, understand corporate America and understand the world as far as the way it is. I can relate to both sides of the world, the corporate world and the street world. So I'm really in my business, in sales, I'm the most dangerous thing you can meet, because I'm gonna find a way to sell you. That's one thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna find a way to sell you. I'm gonna sell you, because I'm gonna keep on moving and grooving, shaking and baking, styling. And I'm going to be wearing them damn salespeople out. That's what I do for a living. I'm a salesman, bona fide, true to the heart. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do my whole life. And like sometimes people be thinking, you talk too much. No, I don't talk too much. I'm just a people person. I talk to people because I am a happy person. Let's see. Let me see what some people always tell myself. For every struggle I overcome, it is now the struggle stone up next blessing. That's right. Everybody, you got to come over your struggles. Let's see. How many years did you serve? I did 3. I did 3 the first time. You know what I'm saying? The first time I did 2. The second time I did 3. Percentage of my life, I'd say probably 8 years of my life I spent in and out of, the system. You know what I'm saying? To this, one thing, let me explain something to you. Let me see if I can reach it. I'm going to show you something. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to show y'all something. This is what I do, you know what I'm saying, for myself. This is something I do for myself. I'm going to see. Here it is. Right here. I'm going to share something with y'all. I keep this in my wallet. That's got my CDC number on it. That's got my number on it. You know what I'm saying? I keep that in my wallet to remind me where I came from and where I'm going. You know what I'm saying? So I keep that in my wallet so I know. You know what I'm saying? It says Certificate of Discharge, Leland White, Sr. It was T15343. That was my number. And I discharged in 5/28/2005. That's when I discharged my last number. You understand? And guess what? Let me tell you something, people. They make you feel that you cannot accomplish anything in life. Let me explain something to you. I just got a letter just the other, last month or a month and a half, for a full pardon of everything. I applied for that. I went through it. They gonna make you walk through hoops and all this craziness. You got to do this. You got to do this. I don't have no problem. I can follow a program. That's one thing about life. There's a program out there. You just got to follow it. So there's okay, you got to check in here every month, every day. You got to check in. You got to call. You got to test. You got to do. Okay, I'll do all that. But guess what? I'm going to play your game. Guess what? I'm going to do what you asked me to do, and I'm going to keep it going. But guess what I'm going to do after that? I'm going to go and tell you, okay, since I've did everything you asked me, this is what I need from you because I did what you asked. Even swap ain't no swindle. So guess what? Now, I just got a letter from the governor that my record, my file is at the full pardon. My records right now are closed, sealed. Nobody can look in them. Like I said, man, let me explain something to you. Here, let me show you something else. Here, let me get in here. Let me show you something else. All right. And I'm a 2-striker, okay? You see that? Okay. let me explain something to you. People keep you down because you allow them to keep you down. I'm licensed, as far as a security guard. So how can a 2-strike felon be a licensed security guard? How? You got to fucking investigate and find out, because guess what? I found out and I figured it out, and guess what? Now I'm looking at a full pardon to where I get all my rights back, even though my records are closed and everything like that. But guess what? You stay down because you choose to stay down. I don't choose to stay down. I choose to rise. The rise continues. You hear me? The rise continues. Understand what I'm saying? There's a message. The message is in the message is in the writing. The rise continues. That's what this event is going to be. We're going to still do it. But the rise continues. You understand what I'm saying? Lord, I've been blessed. Man, I got a secret weapon, man. I have a secret weapon on my side. And that's the man upstairs. That's my blessing. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, everybody's entitled to a blessing. Everybody's entitled to a blessing. You just got to allow the blessing to be given. You know what I'm saying? Take it from somebody that's seen the blessing and knows the blessing and relates to the blessing. You know what I'm saying? I understand that blessings are there to be received if you choose to get that blessing. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I started out, let me explain something to you, man. I'm from a city in Ohio. It's called Cadiz. It was part of the Underground Railroad. I come from a city of what, maybe, I don't know, maybe, let's just say a couple thousand people. I'm from the country. I'm from where the coal miner city, coal miner city, railroad workers, you know what I'm saying? That's what it was, Back in the days when I was growing up, it was R&F Coal Company, you know what I'm saying? R&F Coal Company, you know what I'm saying? And that's what everybody did, like your relatives, they worked at the coal mine or they worked at the railroad, you know what I'm saying? And the thing about it, if you worked at the railroad, you had missing fingers. If you worked in the coal mine, you had black lung. And I was like, fuck that. I don't want none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want none of that shit. So when I graduated out of high school in 1980, you know what I'm saying? I ended up enrolling in college, you know what I'm saying? I went to Kent State University in Kent, Ohio. And I got in some trouble up there as well, you know what I'm saying? I got in some trouble up there, criminal trouble. So I had to leave college, you know what I'm saying? And then I went to go join the Navy. And in the Navy closed that record that I caught a case up in college. So they closed it. So that's what made me able to go into the Navy. Like I said, I've been getting all these blessings as I was coming through life, but I never really looked at them, you know what I'm saying? And that's the thing about it, you know what I'm saying? So I did my Navy thing. You got out the Navy, you know what I'm saying? And after I got out the Navy, I ended up catching another case with, I was, like I said, I was a country boy, came to California, and I grew up, came to California, I was like, God damn, you know what I'm saying? Could you, I used to hang out in Slauson and stuff like that, the swap meet, used to get my hair cut up there, you know where Nipsey's, shop was? I used to be up on them corners all the time and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing about it. I was up on those corners and stuff like that, and I met a brother, you know what I'm saying? His name was, brother Big Hudson, you know what I'm saying? And, Big Hudson, you know what I'm saying? He was part of the 60s and everything. Like I said, I've been through some things, people, but like I said, I've been very glad that I've been given blessings that follow me, you know what I'm saying? And that's the thing about it, it's like I said, people, if you clean yourself up and really be true to yourself and follow your dreams, it can happen. It's just the problem with some people, you ain't really trying to, you faking the funk, man. You faking the damn funk. You got to stop faking that funk, acting like you a certain thing and you ain't. See, that's the biggest problem with some people. Some people be pretending what the fuck they are, but you can't fake that shit. You keep on faking, you ain't gonna get those blessings, man. So that's what I do. I just say, fuck it. I be real. You know what I'm saying? Like I was told all the time, why do you talk so much like that? I'm just real. That's just me. That's how I am. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Rodney? What's up, Darren? Let's see, barbershop and let's see this. Slauson swap meet every Sunday. Yep, that's right. See, that's one of the people that know Darren Lee. He on here. Mario's Barbershop, right? Yep, yeah, exactly. Man, I'm telling you, man. See, there's folks on here that know me as Mr. White back in the days, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, he was one of my people that was under my training and stuff like that basically got some training from me and stuff like that, Darren, and that's the thing about it, man, and I seen what people do with training, like I said, hey, you rise, you know what I'm saying? That's what it's about, rising, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I do, you know what I'm saying? That's why, at first, my company was Street Notes Records, Street Notes Live, you know what I'm saying? And then things transpired in my life, and it's like, man, it just went to a complete downfall. I mean, I lost everything. I lost my companies, you know what I'm saying? I lost money. I just lost everything, you know what I'm saying? To the point where I was actually living in my studio and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? I was living in my studio up here in La Habra, California. That's where my house was. My bedroom was in that La Habra studio. Then, you know, like I said, then I met another poison, and that poison fucked me off, you know what I'm saying? Fucked me over, you know what I'm saying? You know, lost bank accounts, you know, lost money. I mean, whew, man. But you know one thing about it? That's past. Because right now, the present is such a blessing. I got me a lady, you know what I'm saying? Her name is Marcy. You know what I'm saying? If you look at my Facebook, you'll see the pictures of her and stuff like that, you know? And like, the thing about when I met this young lady, I was like, actually, in my mind, I was like, man, I ain't fuck with no women. I'm done with women. I don't want to know nobody. Because I just thought they was all poison, man, straight up. I was like, man, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I was like, no. And I put up a picture on there. And my picture was one of those rough pictures, you know what I'm saying? It was a gangster picture and stuff like that. And we end up meeting and stuff like that. And, you know, I was like, I ain't trying to meet nobody. you know, it's like they hollered at me and said, hey, you know what I'm saying, maybe we can meet. I was like, yeah, maybe we'll meet sometime in the future. Cause I really wasn't feeling no damn, I was in a down situation, you know what I'm saying? But the thing about it, you know, we end up meeting at a Starbucks, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, just had a beautiful conversation, And the thing about it, I've known this young lady probably all of a good 3 to 4 months. And I feel like I've known this young lady longer than that. I'm gonna tell you something. It's hard to find somebody that you really head over heels in love with. You know, I've been married, you know, and I've had relationships, and I've loved all my mothers and my children and stuff like that. But this is, I don't know what to tell you. This is totally different. She is totally different. And I think the reason why she's totally different is she's there and supports everything I do. And it's so hard to find somebody that will go to war with you and accept you for who you are, no matter what your downfalls are in life. I mean, it's incredible. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing about it. I feel like I've known this lady my whole life, because she's the perfect person to be in a fool like mine's life. I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying that I'm some brilliant individual, but like I said, she just completed everything in this mission of life for me. And that's why I say I'm blessed, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, straight up, I ain't gonna lie, I love the hell out this woman. I love her like no other way for me. I love this woman because she's got my back 110%, not 100%, 110 in my corner, got my back. You understand? So that's that part of it. Like I said, blessings come, people. Blessings come. You know what I'm saying? You just got to keep going. And yeah, Rodney, Eminem Soul Food. Yep, Eminem's still open. But like I said, people, you know what I'm saying? I'm sitting here just preaching and everything like that, but I don't know. You know, sometimes it comes over you. You know what I'm saying? It comes over you. And see, one thing about it, you might not be sitting in a church right now, but guess what? We all being in a church right now. When you on this, if you're on this with me, we all sitting in that church. We all gonna receive the blessings today. And I wish the best for everybody in everything you're doing. Like I said, if you're struggling right now, don't worry about it. Don't worry about that struggle right now. That struggle is only temporary if you allow it to be. Your struggle can be turned around. You can manifest success into your life if you truly become true with yourself. Being true with yourself is the key to this. I'm telling you, being true to yourself is the key to this. I mean, like I said, it took me a while because, like I said, some people know the old me, but the new me, it's a whole nother level of, it's a whole nother level. So all I'm saying is, people, for those out there that you're looking for that blessing, hey, it's there for you. It's just waiting for you to change the way you feel about things and think about things in order to receive it. It's gonna come. Just come on, people. One thing about it, let me say something. Life is too short not to go after and get what you want. Life is too short not to get happiness. Life is too short not to have what you want. You see this corona thing got people all up in an uproar and everything like that? Sometimes things got to happen in life to make you get an understanding in life. I don't know. But y'all have a good one. Y'all stay blessed. Stay up. I'll be back. I ain't going nowhere. All right. Peace. Love y'all.